We all love the local heroes in our community, but more so when they do things to help the children in the state of Colorado. And I've got the Eagle River Fire Protection Team with me, and I've got Christina and Sean who are going to give us some great information about an upcoming event and a really fun calendar that they've got going on. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Maddie.
Thank you so much for coming in here this morning.
Well,
Bright
thank
and
you for
early.
having us, yeah.
Of course, we're really happy to have you, only because someone promised me like some shirtless something or other going on here.
Well, not this morning, but if you were to make a donation, maybe we could talk about that, and certainly later in the summer.
So for people who don't know what the calendar is, and really what you guys are doing right now, because you guys have a big, huge push to help out at the Children's Hospital, which is so cool, and especially for those kids who are maybe burn victims. So can we talk a little bit about the calendar?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take it.
Yeah, well, so the calendar helps raise funds for the Children's Hospital for burn victims. They've raised over $635,000 in the last few years. And as we build these calendars and then sell them, all of those profits and proceeds go to the Children's Hospital, along with the events that we do with our tryouts, the reveal party that's coming up. And we also participate in a burn camp where we go and we hang out with those kids that have suffered those injuries, and we, fire awareness and stuff like that.
And so tryouts. You have to try out to be in this calendar. Isn't it an intense process?
It was intense. If you're not used to being on stage, it's kind of funny with our job, like going maybe to fires or intense medicals, like that's pretty casual for us. We're used to that, but to be on stage in front of people and then take your shirt off, like that's intense. But no, we did in the spring. We went to a tryout. Christine and I had to compete. We got evaluated by judges, and then luckily we made it through. And then we actually did our photos this month. And then coming up in August, here on the 26th of August in Denver, they're actually going to have the release party for that calendar.
We don't know what months we are until we go to this release party, so
And
that's
neither
part of
will
the fun.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I have so many questions. Is it nerve-wracking knowing that you're going to be on someone's wall as they mark off every day of the month?
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
It is, I guess a little nerve-wracking. It's a little flattering too, but it's neat. But we're not the only ones. I mean, Eagle River has a long history of participation in the calendar. And when I say participation, I don't just mean, taking your shirt off and taking a photo, but actually like having those calendars in hand, going out and talking to people, explaining about the donations and where it goes to, particularly the Children's Hospital in Colorado, the burn center, and the burn camp. So that's the real work. And that's the stuff we're really excited about.
The burn camp is something that's really incredible, only because the burn camp is going to help kids not feel like they're so isolated and alone in this journey.
Exactly, right? I mean, these are kids who have recovered or are recovering from their injuries, who have gone through the burn center. They get to be around children of similar injuries. They get to be around firefighters who have been through the calendar, alumni, including us. And it's just kind of a chance for them to be celebrated. And what's really neat, if I can tack on, is that children who participate, they don't pay a dime.
Which is really important, especially because the medical expenses coming from having any kind of serious injury like a burn, and we have a family member, a very close family member, who had a very gnarly burn growing up, and she's had over 20 plastic surgeries to get rid of her burn scars.
Wow.
Just to like kind of minimize them because they were on her head and her face and her shoulders, and it's not cheap. And so it's great that these parents get to let their kids feel like kids with you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Absolutely.
like it pulls on the heartstrings.
Yeah, and that was really the whole purpose of coming on today, was to want to talk about the event that's happening in August. And it was really important to talk about all the events, because the tryout, this one, any event that the Colorado Firefighter Calendar puts on, all the net proceeds go towards the Children's Hospital of Colorado, the burn center, and the burn camps.
Which is really important. And so right now, we have specific questions to ask the public, especially as you guys are getting closer to the reveal party. Mm-hmm. You guys are trying to make these really wonderful gift baskets.
Right, so we were hoping that we could reach out to the public and the local businesses around here to help us put this on. Because on August 26th at the Seawall Ballroom at the Denver Performing Arts Center, there is the reveal party. And there's going to be a silent auction, and so they want us to build these baskets so that we can raise more funds on top of the ticket sales and the participation from those people that end up coming to this event. And all of that stuff is it's a nonprofit, so it's all tax deductible if you do donate. And yeah.
Yeah, and it was really important for us to come here today to talk to local businesses in the Valley because we both work here, and we really wanted to create baskets that people would bid on that reflected the Vail Valley, particularly businesses that we work with just as firefighters. And if we can get some really high ticket items, that's just going to like increase the high bids and increase all the money that's going to be raised, essentially for the Children's Hospital.
Which is so cool, and it's so cool that you guys are here. You're taking the time and you're getting your voices heard right now, and especially because it does all go back to the kids, which is the most important part.
Absolutely. And if businesses are interested, I mean, they can contact Christina and I directly. I believe I gave you our emails. Maybe hopefully that's posted somewhere, or if not, it will be. But donations can be anything, right? It can be merchandise, it can be a voucher, it could be maybe a tasting at a restaurant or a fly fishing trip, right? A guided trip, or the field of opportunity is as wide as it is deep for businesses to participate.
And if people are looking for more information, is there a website that they can access more information on all of this?
So the website for the calendar is firefightercalendar.org, and on there should be links to the upcoming events, and also if you're interested in more information on the calendar itself, that website is available.
And look, here we go. Here it is. This is the fun that everyone is going to get to participate in.
Yes.
And so I think that everyone should just go online and buy their tickets. My roommate and I have already talked about it this morning. We're going to buy VIP tickets. We're going to be there. And it looks like it's just going to be a ton of fun.
It is electric. If it's anything like the tryout, it's going to be a wild time.
Yes.
It is a lot of fun. And even if you're just curious, you've never seen the calendar before, I mean, just have faith in knowing that whatever money you put towards tickets is going to go to a good cause.
Yeah, and if you buy tickets, you get a calendar.
Yeah,
So.
that's true.
Yes, yeah. And I like to think that we're not really selling calendars. We're actually just accepting donations, and in exchange, you get a calendar.
Oh,
Yeah.
see?
So, just got to fix your mindset about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not buying the calendar, you're donating
Exactly
and getting a free
that.
gift
Yes.
with your donation.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, so on August 26th, we keep saying that date, that's when the calendar will be released. And even after that, if you see Christine and I out and about at the grocery store or on a call, I mean, feel free to ask.
Also,
We'll set you up.
feel free to ask for an autograph because
Yes.
they're in the calendar. You'll find their months. You run up to them.
Yeah.
We'll probably carry them around with us just in
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
Put them in your car.
Yeah,
A box of them in your
right,
car.
yeah.
Run into people in the grocery store.
You never
They're
know.
like,
There's always a chance.
There's
It's for the
always a
kids. We're
chance.
helping the kids.
Yeah, you
It's
never
all
know.
for the kids.
Yeah.
It's all for the kids. Thank you guys so much for coming in and giving us all of this great information. And thank you for what you do, not only for our community, but for what you're doing for the children right now as well.
Thank you for having us, Maddie.
Thanks for having us.
Make sure that you buy your tickets to go to this very fun release party, only because not only are you going to get a calendar, you're going to get to see these two lovely humans out there just boogieing down. It looks like a ton of fun, and it's all going to go back to the children, which is always the most important part. These kids endure quite a bit when they have burn injuries, pain of any kind, and so just make sure that you participate and you help them out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to take another look at that local weather forecast and talk about what's taking place on our roadways, so stay tuned.